Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for you, and today I want to talk about Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I'm going back to the old Spider-Man 3 game on Nintendo Wii. So I hope you sit back, listen to my thoughts, and share some of your own. Alright, so let's talk about Spider-Man 3 here. Just so you know, I played it on the Nintendo Wii, so that's the version I'm going to be reviewing. This game is often looked down upon because everyone usually focuses on the new Spider-Man games or Spider-Man 2, but they pass over on Spider-Man 3, and I want to talk about that. So with this retro review, let's jump into that. You know, this movie, once again, takes off after the movie, and maybe that's part of the reason, because the Spider-Man 3 movie, let's be honest, wasn't the biggest fan favorite. But I want to talk about some things that I enjoyed about the game and things I didn't like. So first of all, I want to talk about one of the things that means a lot to me, and that's none other than having Bruce Campbell open up the game. You know, I love Bruce Campbell narrating. The way they have his quips and things in there is just a wonderful start. And the note that they continued this tradition with this game is really good. Now, this game is bigger than Spider-Man 2, they claim, but it's still not a real long game. If you just go right through the main missions, it's not that long. But if you do the side missions, taking out the groups, the clans, if you will, those gangs, you can get some more length out of this game. And what you use that for is to build up your points to increase your Spider-Man's abilities. And that's one of the cool things about it. You get to pick which abilities you want to enhance and sort of mold Spider-Man to your play style. There are 42 different missions in this game, and they draw from the movie, but it doesn't follow the movie lockstep. You're going to get Sandman, you're going to get the new Green Goblin, of course, you're going to get to fight Craven, which is sort of cool, right? So you get, hey, you ready for this one? You get a vampire, right? So if you don't know that, yeah, that vampire movie that's coming out of Morbius, yes, you get Morbius and you get Shrike as well. So that's pretty cool. You're going to get all those characters as well as more. So it does deviate, adds more depth to what was in the movie, but still follows the movie somewhat, but gives it a little bit different story, if you will. You're also going to be able to help the police and fight gangs that way, as well as taking on the gangs themselves. Now, I will say there's one of the issues there, and I'll save that for a little bit too first. I want to talk about the good first. The good first, yeah. So, the swinging in the city. That's another good one. When I first started playing this game on the Wii, I'll be honest with you, I did not like it. I didn't. I thought, I'm going to go and turn around and buy it on a different system. I just wasn't getting it. But I will tell you, as I started playing more with it, some parts of it started growing on me, like the web swinging. I really like the Nintendo Wii version of web swinging, because you're going to use the right stick, the controller there, and to swing with the right hand, and then you're going to use the nunchuck to shoot out the web to swing with the left. So that is a nice little addition. And if you want to go really straight and really quick, you can use the web zip as well. As the way I like to travel through New York. And it really did a good job. Graphically wise too, the game held up to the previous games of the time for the Nintendo Wii. Nothing super spectacular. It's not going to hold up as high to some of the other versions of the game with better graphical capability from the PlayStation 3, for example, or the Xbox 360, but it looked good enough. Now, the gameplay, I think, was, once again, overall okay. So let's talk about some of those other things. So I mentioned some things like, I love the Spider-Man swinging in here. It grew on me. The characters, the story was pretty fun, and the length of the game didn't overstay its welcome. But some of the negatives here is also the controller. I did not like the fighting mechanics where you wiggle the controller to punch. That I just did not like. That's one of the reasons I was almost going to go to a different system to play this game, but I stuck it out partially because of the cost. Some of those other systems, this game is pretty darn expensive. So there's one. I wasn't really happy with that. Another thing too is the repetitive nature of fighting the gangs. You'd get the same things over and over again. You talk to the same informant over and over again, repeating the same things over and over again, and you get the same things while you're doing police missions and everything. You'd get a repeat from any of the people. You kind of constantly repeat the same thing. Peter starts repeating the same thing over and over again. So pretty soon there wasn't really anything you hadn't heard before, and that's something I wish they would have taken more time to do, was put in a little bit more time into the dialogue. And also, once again, the dialogue of Peter was just a little, I don't know, it didn't have any edge to it, didn't have any emphasis to it. It's sort of phoned in, which was sort of sad. Now, with that saying, the cinematic cutscenes were pretty good. They weren't bad. The boss battles were pretty good, but not bad. So I know this game gets a terrible Metacritic score, and it gets pretty much panned quite a bit, pretty low scores, but I don't 100% think that's fair, though I don't think it's absolutely a great game. So before you pull out that pitchfork, you know, and light your torches, I think it's an okay game, but once again, I don't think it's a great game. There was nothing that stood out to, man, you have to get this for me. So why did I play? Well, the reason I played is I do have the most recent Spider-Mans, but I'm working my way up to them because I realized I fell behind on my Spider-Man games. So I'm trying to play through the other ones first before I get to the new one. And so this was on my list. I got 4 more to go. By the way, before I also go on a little bit farther, I want to let you know, if you want to help support this channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave your comments below what you think about this game as well. I would really like to know your views on it. Now, with that said, I didn't get a lot of bugs from this game, so that was helpful at first, but then there is where that crept in. I started getting more bugs as I played. I would sit there playing, and all of a sudden it'd give me a mission, and then something in that mission wouldn't open up, like I was supposed to save somebody and they weren't there, or things like that. I didn't get any ones like I was stuck and clipping in a building or anything, but usually it was loadout missions and things where things just didn't show up that was supposed to show up, and therefore I would have to reload the game. So one thing I did do is I made sure I saved often. That way I didn't get stuck in one of those situations. The other part is I really found the combat to be pretty brainless, to be honest with you. The shaking of the controller just didn't do it for me. I found the ultimate way to usually fight would be to jump up, shake the controller, shoot webs at them, web them up, and then pound on them and repeat and repeat and repeat. They just reused the same things too much. If they would have maybe added some better dialogue, they would have added some more variation, I could definitely see this getting a higher score. You know, I would probably give it out of 10, a 6.5, 7, or a C plus, if you will, at tops. If they could have added more variation and a little bit better fight mechanics, I think this game could have easily been a B. It was a missed opportunity. Didn't hate it, but I didn't exactly love it either. Well, there you guys go. There you have it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Please, once again, if you want to help out, support, one of the best ways is just interact. Leave a comment below. We greatly appreciate it. Without these people right here that you see right here, these videos would not be possible. Their support has been absolutely essential. Well, once again, thank you. Until next time, keep it full.